covering the latest in your local city government. This is Stillwater's own City Beat with Meagan, Kascsak, and Kascsak.
Hello Stillwater, and welcome to this edition of City Beat. I'm Meagan, Kascsak. There is a new way Stillwater residents can be informed about water and sewer line repairs and outages via social media. I take an inside look on how this all works. It is a problem almost every citizen has to experience. They go to turn on the faucet and find that their water has been shut off due to waterline repairs or leaks. Stillwater Water Utilities is working to keep residents in the know about water outages by presenting a new Twitter account. The account, @SUA Water, regularly posts tweets regarding potential and emergency water shutoffs. Nikki Shipman, Administrative Technician for Water Utilities, explains how the department decided to utilize the social media tool.
The Water Utilities Department is really trying to communicate a little better with customers, residents in the community. We've opened the Twitter account. Our hope is that we can alert customers a lot better, a lot more efficiently on what we're doing here with the water and the sewer issues that we have throughout Stillwater.
Shipman said that the Twitter account was a preferred tool for communication because it allows water utilities to inform residents of water outages at any time.
Pretty much any of the crew chiefs and supervisors are accessible to Twitter. They can see it, they can update it. We're available 24/7 to put things on Twitter. If I'm not here during business hours, our crew chiefs and supervisors are on call and they will be able to put anything on there 24/7 to make sure everybody knows what's going on.
Shipman also reminds residents that they don't need a Twitter account to regularly follow @SUA Water.
Almost every customer that I have talked to on the phone, when they call in looking for information, I ask them if they've got internet and let them know that we have a new Twitter account. A lot of people too, because they don't all have Twitter, have asked if there's an alternative to seeing that. And they absolutely love the idea that it's on the city's website, so they don't have to have Twitter. They can just go right there to stillwater.org and see it right there on the website.
Shipman said she hopes the new Twitter account will strengthen communications between residents and water utilities.
One thing that I definitely want residents to understand with the new social media approach is that with this, there is a direct link to us out here at the Water Utility Department. I want them to know that we're much more accessible and that we are available to answer any questions that they have and take care of any concerns that they have from here on out.
For the City of Stillwater, I'm Meagan, Kascsak. Stillwater Regional Airport will be affected in the coming weeks by the sequestration that has resulted in budget cuts in the Federal Aviation Administration, putting 6 Oklahoma airports at risk of losing their air traffic control support. Kascsak spoke with Stillwater Regional Airport Director Gary Johnson on how the airport is preparing for these setbacks.
We're here with Gary Johnson, the Airport Director here at Stillwater Regional Airport, and we're going to talk a little bit about the recent sequestration with the FAA. So Gary, can you tell us a little bit how it impacts Stillwater?
Sure, Blake. Appreciate you guys coming up. And of course, the sequestration has taken effect March the 1st of this year. And in that decision, FAA has chosen to cut FAA contract towers, of which Stillwater is one of, by about 75% of that program. And that, if it stands like that, is a devastating blow on all of the contract towers in the country, including 6 in the state of Oklahoma. The effect of that sequestration and the contract tower cutbacks will definitely hurt the safety of operating at these airports, have a devastating effect on that. Also on jobs. We have 5 controllers here and there's 5 or 6 and sometimes more in other facilities, and that means loss of jobs. And also the economic impact of having a controlled airport and the type of businesses and corporations, including the military, that use our airport. So we're going to be hit several ways if this sequestration and the closure of the contract towers goes as FAA has planned.
And another thing too, we talked a little bit about the economic impact that will affect Stillwater, especially with the military. I know a lot of your jet fuel sales come from the military, so you're going to be losing a little bit of money with this too.
Sure, Blake. That's a very good point. Our contract with the Air Force includes the Air Education Training Command. That's 10 bases around the central U.S., but more importantly, Vance Air Force Base that uses this as a platform for takeoffs and landings and multiple instrument approaches. We have 6 approaches, so they can come here and get a variety of different approaches in addition to just takeoffs and landings. That will have an effect on our traffic here, and then approximately 30% of our jet fuel sales are from military. So kind of a double hit for us.
Yeah. Can we talk a little bit about the safety? You know, if this airport becomes an uncontrolled airport with if it doesn't have any air traffic control, how's that going to affect?
Well, certainly uncontrolled airports are not as safe as controlled airports, especially busy airports. Stillwater, being the 5th busiest airport in the state of Oklahoma, has terrific traffic volumes at various times of the day, and certainly Monday through Friday peak periods we can have as many as 95 takeoffs and landings per hour, sometimes 400 operations a day. When you turn that back to an uncontrolled environment, then you rely on the pilots to locate each other, to sequence their aircraft on an entry into the traffic pattern, and to meld all of that into one left-hand pattern, jets, light airplanes, military airplanes together, and it's not a good mix. And it's one of those things that is not a safe thing for us to be going that direction. We've had our tower now for 11 years, and we were probably 2 years late in getting it open. And it was done with a benefit cost analysis that the federal government requires for us to qualify for a tower. So we have jumped through all the hoops. We've demonstrated that we have the traffic to support a tower and are now 5th in the state. So the safety will be compromised. There's no question about it.
Well, I appreciate your time explaining this to us, Gary.
Well, thank you, Blake. I appreciate you coming up here.
Okay.
The City of Stillwater Environmental Programs will be hosting a trash-off event on Saturday, March 30th from 9 a.m. to noon. Participants will meet at the City of Stillwater Community Center at 315 West 8th Avenue at 9 a.m. on the day of the event, and an award will be presented for the group with the most volunteers, and hot dogs and drinks will be provided. For more information, call Interim Environmental Programs Director Chris Franks at 405-533-8482 or email him at cfranks@stillwater.org. He needs to know the name of individuals or groups and how many are expected to participate. The Parks and Recreation Department will be doing maintenance on the wooden walk bridges at Boomer Lake Park in the next few months. If you use the walking trail at Boomer Lake Park, you may need to plan ahead. City of Stillwater Parks and Recreation will be closing the Northwest Walk Bridge near Airport Road to replace the decking. The bridge will be closed March 25th through April 5th from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. For more information, call Parks and Recreation at 405-747-8070 or email news@stillwater.org. That's all for this week's City Beat. For all of us here at City of Stillwater Television, I'm Meagan Kascsak. Thanks for watching.